Deep in the Amazon, a hidden cocaine trafficking network operates along dark, fast-moving rivers. FARC dissidents from Colombia team up with Brazil's powerful PCC gang and Galician drug lords from Spain. Together, they move tons of cocaine across borders using boats, planes, and even homemade submarines. An investigation called Narco Files exposed this secret route, showing how drugs travel from South America to Europe's shores. This video breaks down their methods, the key players, and the surprising details of their operation. The Volpe River flows through Colombia and Brazil, cutting through thick Amazon jungle. Its dark waters rush fast, connecting remote areas where 24 indigenous groups, like the Carapanans and Macunas, live along its banks. These same banks hide a darker reality. Cocaine traffickers use this river as a highway to move drugs. Many of these traffickers belong to dissident groups from the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, known as FARC. They rejected a 2016 peace deal and now focus on the drug trade. These FARC dissidents do not work alone. They partner with Brazil's Primeiro Comando de Capital, or PCC, a massive criminal gang, and drug traffickers from Galicia, Spain. Together, they form a chain that stretches from South American jungles to European streets. The cocaine starts in Colombia, moves through Brazil, and ends up across the Atlantic. Narco submarines, small, hard-to-detect boats, play a big role in this journey. An international project called Narco Files revealed this operation. The Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, or OCCRP, led the effort with over 40 media outlets, including Spain's Info Libre and Narco Diario. The investigation used a huge leak from Colombia's Attorney General's office. Documents, communications, and surveillance reports showed how the trafficking works. Brazilian outlets Piauí and UOL tracked the cocaine's path, while U.S. and Colombian authorities provided key details. The investigation started in 2020. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, tipped off the Colombian Army and Brazilian Federal Police. They pointed to a cocaine trade in an area called the Dog's Head, where Brazil meets Colombia and Venezuela. This region looks like a dog's head on maps, giving it the nickname. The DEA's information sparked a deeper look into the criminals running this route. The Volpe River begins in Colombia and flows into Brazil's Negro River. Its twin, the Solimões River, runs parallel. Both rivers help traffickers move cocaine across the border. In Colombia, FARC dissidents control coca fields in the departments of Meta, Guaviare, and Volpe. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime reports 6,700 hectares of coca plants grow here. That's enough to produce tons of cocaine every year. Traffickers move the cocaine 520 kilometers along the Volpe from Miraflores to Mitu in Colombia. Fast boats carry the drugs, often hiding them in legal shipments like food or supplies. From Mitu, the cocaine crosses into Brazil. Some loads go by boat down the Volpe and Solimões to Manaus, a busy city in the Amazon. Other batches fly out on small planes owned by Aerovias Regional del Oriente, an air taxi company with 9 aircraft. Manaus acts as the main hub where the drugs get ready for the next step. A Colombian man named Nelson Jaramillo Quicheño runs much of this operation. People call him Calidad. He connects the FARC dissidents to the PCC in Brazil. Born in San José del Guaviare, 400 kilometers from Bogotá, Calidad has a rough past. He fought with paramilitary groups against FARC in the early 2000s. In 2003, authorities investigated him for killing 4 people, including a teenager. Lack of evidence let him walk free. Now he works from Guaviare and Volpe, making sure cocaine reaches Brazilian hands in Manaus and São Gabriel da Cachoeira. The PCC, Brazil's biggest crime group, takes over from there. This gang started in São Paulo prisons, but now operates across South America and Europe. They handle logistics and move the cocaine out of Brazil. Their rivals, the Comando Vermelho, control the Solimões River, so the PCC uses the Vaupés and Negro rivers instead. In Europe, Galician traffickers from Spain finish the job. Some of these Spaniards live in South America to seal deals. They know how to get cocaine into Europe, especially through Galicia's coast. Narco submarines make this trafficking network stand out. These boats sit low in the water, built from wood, fiberglass, and steel. Radar and patrol boats struggle to spot them. Criminals construct them in the Brazilian Amazon, not Colombia. The jungle hides the building sites, and local materials keep costs down. Each submarine can carry several tons of cocaine across the Atlantic. One submarine, called Che, got caught in Aldan, Spain in November 2019. It started in Leticia, a Colombian town on the Amazon River. The cocaine traveled down the Solimões to Santarém, Brazil. There, traffickers loaded it onto the submarine. The Che crossed the Caribbean and Atlantic, heading for Galicia. Another submarine got stopped in Valaxuan, Spain in March 2023. Investigators link it to the same Amazon route, though details are still coming out. These submarines leave from Brazil, not Colombia. The drugs come from Colombian coca fields, but Brazil's PCC builds and launches the boats. Santarém, a big town on the Amazon, often serves as the transfer point. From there, the cocaine heads to Europe, aiming for Spain's northwest coast. The cocaine's journey starts in Colombia's jungles. FARC dissidents grow coca, process it, and send it down the Vaupés River. Boats and planes take it to Manaus. In Brazil, the PCC steps in. They organize the loads and prepare them for the ocean. Some cocaine flies to other spots in Brazil or the Caribbean. Most goes by submarine to Europe. Galician traffickers wait on the other side. They unload the drugs and spread them across Spain and beyond. Spain's Galicia region sees a lot of this cocaine. Its long coast and smuggling history make it a perfect target. The PCC even has bases in Spain, Portugal, and the Canary Islands. Spain's anti-drug prosecutor's office notes the Canary Islands as a growing stopover point. This route keeps the drugs flowing from South America to Europe without much trouble. The narco files dug deep into this network. Leaked files showed phone calls, money trails, and secret meetings. Colombian intelligence tracked boats and planes moving cocaine. Brazilian police watched the PCC's moves in Manaus. U.S. agents tied it all together with their DEA reports. The investigation proved how big this operation is. Tons of cocaine move every year, and submarines carry more each time. The Dog's Head region came up a lot. This border zone lets traffickers slip between countries. Calidad's role stood out too. He keeps the FARC dissidents and PCC working together. Without him, the cocaine might not have reached Brazil so easily. The files also showed how the PCC outsmarted its rivals, like the Comando Vermelho, by switching rivers and building submarines. This trafficking route affects more than just the criminals. Indigenous groups along the Vaupés and Solimões rivers live near the action. They face pressure from traffickers who use their land. Amazon takes a hit too. Coca farming and submarine building hurt the jungle and rivers. Chemicals from cocaine labs pollute the water. These communities and ecosystems pay a price for the drug trade. Europe gets more cocaine because of this route. Spain struggles to stop the submarines. Galicia's coast stays busy with smugglers. The PCC's growth in Europe worries police. Brazilian gangs now challenge older Colombian cartels for control. Law enforcement in Colombia, Brazil, and Spain works together, but the traffickers keep adapting. What do viewers think about this trafficking route? Leave a comment below with thoughts or questions. Hit the like button if this video shed light on the topic. Subscribe to the channel for more stories about global crime and investigations. New content comes out regularly, so stay tuned for the next one.